Most guys think women notice looks first. They don't. Attraction starts way before you even speak. Women notice your energy, your pace, your confidence, your emotional control, the way you carry yourself when nobody's paying attention. And the crazy part is, most men completely ignore this. They spend all their time trying to find the perfect text, the perfect line, the perfect trick, while their presence is quietly pushing people away. I used to think attention came from looking better or saying smarter things. But the men who naturally got noticed weren't always the best looking guys in the room. They were the calmest, the most grounded, the least desperate for approval. That's what women feel immediately, not perfection, presence. Because presence is not something you say, it's something you radiate. So in this video, I'm giving you 7 habits that make women notice you immediately without pretending to be alpha, without acting fake, and without chasing attention. Let's get into it. Habit number 1, you move calmly. Rushed energy feels nervous. It feels like a man who's mentally chasing something all the time, and women pick up on that instantly. Not consciously, but emotionally. They feel it in your body language before you ever speak. The men who naturally stand out usually move slower. Not lazy, not arrogant, just grounded. Think about 2 guys walking into a coffee shop. One rushes in, immediately grabs his phone, taps his foot while waiting, keeps scanning the room like he's looking for validation. The other walks in slowly, shoulders relaxed, eyes aware but not searching, completely comfortable, just existing in the moment. Same place, same situation, completely different energy. And without realizing it, people naturally notice the second guy more. Not because he's trying to be noticed, but because he doesn't look like he needs anything from the room. Calm movement signals emotional control. It tells people, I'm comfortable with myself. I don't need approval every second. And that feeling is attractive because it feels safe. So here's what to do. Slow your movements down by 10%. Walk slower. Pause before responding. Stop rushing your gestures. Stop reacting instantly to everything. Let your body stop broadcasting anxiety. Because when your energy slows down, your presence gets stronger. Habit number 2, your eye contact is steady, not needy. Most men mess this up in one of 2 ways. They either avoid eye contact because they're nervous, or they stare too hard because they're trying to create attraction. Both feel off, both feel unnatural. Real confidence is neither of those. It's relaxed, calm, present. When a woman is talking to you and you keep glancing around the room, checking your phone or looking away too quickly, it signals distraction and insecurity. But when you hold eye contact naturally without forcing it, she feels your attention. And attention is powerful when it feels clean. The key is softness, not intensity. Relax your eyes, don't widen them, don't narrow them, just stay present. Hold eye contact a little longer than usual, then naturally look away without hesitation. No performance, no dominance games, no staring contests. Because eye contact isn't really about power, it's about emotional security. It tells her you're comfortable being seen without needing to escape the moment. And people always remember the man who makes them feel fully seen without making it awkward. Habit number 3, you stop trying to impress everyone around you. This is where most men lose attraction without realizing it. They become performers instead of participants. They talk too much, over-explain everything, force jokes, interrupt conversations, and try to become the center of attention in every room. But here's the truth. The man who tries to win the room rarely gets real respect from it. Women don't get drawn to the loudest energy. They get drawn to the most grounded one. The guy who doesn't need to prove anything. He's not reacting to everything. He's not competing. He's just there, calm in himself. Think about a group setting. One guy is constantly adding to every conversation, trying to be funny, trying to stay relevant. Another guy is relaxed, listening, responding naturally when needed, not forcing his presence. And slowly, attention shifts toward the second guy, even if he says less, because presence beats performance every single time. So stop trying to be impressive. Start being real. Speak when you actually have something to say. Let silence exist without rushing to fill it, and stop competing for attention. Because when you stop chasing it, you naturally start getting it. Habit number 4, you speak slower and say less. Most men don't realize how much their nervous system leaks through their speech. When you're anxious, you talk faster, you over-explain, and you keep adding unnecessary words because silence feels uncomfortable. But women notice the opposite. They notice men who are comfortable with pauses. Men who don't rush their words just to avoid silence. Slow speech changes your entire presence. It makes you sound more grounded, more certain, more in control without you trying to force anything. And here's the interesting part. You don't need to act confident. You just need to stop rushing. Instead of explaining everything, simplify. Instead of defending every decision, state it. Instead of sending multiple messages, send one clear thought and leave it there. Short, calm, intentional. Because when you speak less, your words start carrying weight. People don't just hear you, they listen differently. They slow down to match your pace. And silence stops feeling like pressure and starts feeling like confidence. Habit number 5, your life has momentum. This is one of the most important ones because it sits underneath everything else. Women notice men who are clearly going somewhere in life. Not necessarily rich, not necessarily famous, But moving. There's a difference between a man who is building something and a man who is waiting for something to happen to him. One has direction, the other has dependence. When your life has momentum, your energy changes completely. You're focused on your goals, you're improving your body, your skills, your mindset, your discipline. You're not sitting around waiting for notifications to feel alive. And women feel that instantly because a man with momentum doesn't make her attention the center of his life. She becomes part of his world, not the source of it. Think about it. One guy is checking his phone every few minutes, waiting for replies, overthinking every message. Another guy is busy building, training, working, improving, moving forward. That second energy is naturally more attractive because it signals purpose. So build something, anything, because momentum creates attraction without effort. Habit number 6, you stay calm under emotional pressure. Most men don't lose attraction because of what they say. They lose it because of how they react. When something small goes wrong, a delayed reply, a misunderstanding, a change in tone, many men immediately react emotionally. They rush to fix things. They over-explain. They panic internally. But calmness changes everything. And when you stay grounded in uncertain moments, you automatically stand out because most people are emotionally reactive. Very few are emotionally stable. Think about it. Something doesn't go your way. One man gets defensive, starts explaining himself, tries to regain control immediately. Another man pauses, stays relaxed, and responds slowly without urgency. That second man feels stronger without saying anything powerful. Because emotional control signals safety. It signals maturity. It signals stability. So don't rush reactions. Pause. Breathe. Respond slowly. Not everything deserves urgency because your calmness often speaks louder than your words ever could. Habit number 7, you're strong without being cold. This is the balance most men never figure out. They either become too soft and lose respect or too cold and lose connection. But real attraction sits in the middle. Being strong means you have standards. You don't tolerate disrespect. You don't chase inconsistency. You don't abandon your self-respect just to keep someone around. But being warm means you're still human. You can listen properly. You can smile naturally. You can connect without trying to dominate or control the interaction. A cold man shuts everything down. A weak man opens up too much. A grounded man does both correctly. He connects without collapsing. That balance is rare, and anything rare gets noticed immediately. So don't try to be intimidating. Don't try to be overly nice. Be steady, be clear, be warm, but not weak, strong, but not cold. Because that combination is what makes people remember you. Now notice something. None of these habits are about looks, money, or status. They're about energy, behavior, presence, how you move through the world when nobody's watching. And here's the truth. When you start applying even 2 or 3 of these consistently, people don't just notice you, they feel you differently. So don't try to fix everything at once. Start with one habit, master it, then build slowly. Because attraction isn't something you chase. It's something that happens when your presence changes.